Hey everybody, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And today we're back again with a new set review because the new set's out, or it's about to be out, and it is Epic of the Dragon Lord. It's so far it's gonna be a wild looking set.
Agreed.
So this is gonna be a lot more of a chill video, but we're just gonna be going over this set and what we think about it, what the cards like, what they're gonna talk about the cards, what they do, where they'll fit into play, whether it's gonna be in like standard or in limited,
yep,
so forth, so on, or if it's just not playable. We all have that, and both of us brew differently, but that's where it is.
Exactly.
Before we get into it, guys, we just remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link is down below. It just takes $1 to give us some love and support. We greatly appreciate it. And also down below, we have our FoW Grimoire that we made, and it is updated now with these cards, so you can go check it out.
Yes.
The split cards we're still working on, but they're just kind of weird.
Yeah.
They're a new format for the whole game itself, so we're figuring it out just the same.
Exactly.
But how this is going to break down is we're going to have it number broken down or by like
color,
timestamp and color. So if you want to get to like a certain color, like what we think about blue, you go to the timestamp below. It'll be down there. With that, let's delve into it. Epic of the Dragon Lord.
Let's go.
So we're going to go over the rulers first, and then we got Aborizuki, the Star Sword Visionary. She is the white ruler. We are back to having rulers that do things, which is kind of nice, actually.
On their front side, yeah, for sure.
And no extra deck, no random bullshit.
Trimming things down.
Just normal. Let's play Force to Will. Alright, so they do have Energized still, so they're Energized with the color. She's got Judgment of 2 white. Pay 0, reveal the top card of your deck and count the number of light will symbols and its attribute cost. You put X 1/1 counters on this card, where X is the number of will symbols you counted this way. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. Remove X 1/1 counters from this card, put X 1/1/1/1 counters on an entity you control. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn.
So ridiculous.
So she gets to get free counters on whatever. Whether it's a land, you can put it on a stone if you want, just so that way nobody can touch it. And you're like, ah, cool.
And the fact that it's separated, so you can pay 0, and then you can immediately remove those counters onto a dude, like every turn, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super nice. You want to do this every turn, regardless of what you get, because you're gonna get at least one.
And also, this is definitely a relaxed thing. I've never seen any of like 1 or 2 of these cards, so we're gonna go through them and definitely do this. But so far, I really like this.
Yeah. So she judgments into a white-black ruler, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
She's got flying and drain. And then you remove a 1/1 counter from an entity you control, put a 1/1 counter on this card. Remove X 1/1 counters from this card, J resonates your opponent's control, gain -X until the end of turn.
Gross.
So the more you have stacked out in the front, the more you get to kill at the whole board.
Yeah. And the fact that you can just keep stacking the 1/1 counters on this card, and when it judgments, it still has them. So it's not a 12/12 flying, it's probably a 20/20 flying drain.
Yeah, she just gets bigger, and you don't even have to remove it. You're just like, cool, I'm big. The Brarg.
And the fact that you can swing, and they'll be like, all right, well, I can't do anything. We'll remove all the counters from your other dudes on top of her, and be like, bleh.
But yeah.
Yeah, good. I approve of this light
she's pretty good.
Ruler. All right. Lilias, the cards are a little thing. Can you even read that?
Yeah, Lilias, the last descendant of the Dragonoids.
I'm also old, and my eyes are old, okay? So, she has Judgment of 3 red, and she is a red energized, of course. 0, choose one. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. This card deals 200 damage to target player or J Resonator. Look at the top card of your deck. You may play it by playing its cost, which is awesome. It's a free card draw, basically. Or put 5 strength counters on this card. Hey, they're back.
Strength counters are back.
Tap, put 5 strength counters on this card. So it can immediately have 10 if you don't need a tap for a land, of course, and all that fun stuff. Alright, we'll see what her judgment side is. Now, is of course the last descendant still. It has swiftness, it's a 12/12. If a fire source you control would deal damage, it deals that much damage plus X100 instead, where X is the number of strength counters on this card, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, so like you said, if you have 10 on this, she automatically gets to hit for 22.
Yeah. Just saying.
It's just a fire source. She doesn't care what source, whether it's her, whether it's anyone, whether it's a spell.
Yeah, a spell that costs 1 that goes back to your hand.
Yeah. So right now, with the magical arrow, because that's going to be a deck, I just know that.
Just know it.
You're just like, cool, take 7 because I can.
Literally on turn 2, you can judgment with her with 10 strength counters, or maybe turn 3 strength counters, and then that next turn you're just like, bam, bam, bam,
and
bam,
just burn
bam.
them out. Take it. It's pretty wild.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Next up is Celesta, this treasure hunter. She's the blue leader. She's got Judgment of 2 blue and 1, and energized blue. Pay 0, Exploration, X. You may look at the top X cards of your deck. You may reveal a card from among them if it's a treasure removed from the game. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, where X is the number of magic stones you control. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. X. Choose X cards from your removed area that were removed by Exploration ability you controlled. Put a copy of each of those cards on Chase. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn.
Okay.
So she gets to dig free, which is really, really strong. I personally think she's one of the stronger rulers in this set just because she gets to dig so hard.
Yeah.
Because you're like, cool, I'm going to look at the X stones that I have. I get to look at at least 6. Whatever. Get a card. Neat. And then she gets to make copies of everything that's been removed. So if you're like, cool, kill spell, draw a card, kill spell. You just kill 2 dudes and draw 2 cards for literally nothing.
For just paying X.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So when it says it puts on the chase, that means it's being cast.
Yeah.
And Jesus, that's pretty good.
And it's also choose X cards, so you can just choose which ones you want, and they don't go away.
Yeah.
So you're like, cool, these cards I'm going to keep, and it'll just be like, that one, that one, that one.
Because they're still exiled pretty much, but you just make a copy of it, so it just stays there.
And then if you need the other cards later, you're just like, I'm going to choose that one this time. It's kind of nuts.
That is nuts, actually.
Alright, so she judgments into a 1/1. Because that's what needs to happen.
Right.
But this card gets +7/+7 for each treasure in your removed area that was removed by Exploration ability you controlled. So make sure it is removed by Exploration. You can't just remove them and be like, hey.
Yeah.
This card gains Eternal as long as there are 5 or more treasures with the different names in your removed area that were removed by Explorations. X, choose X cards from the removed area that were removed and make a copy of each one. So she has the same ability on the backside. She just gets to be big and big if you have lots of treasures.
Yeah. Seems pretty silly. So we'll see. We'll go with the treasures and see what...
Yeah, we'll see what she can do.
What can happen.
But just being able to dig on the front side is really, really strong.
Agreed. All right, Welsler, the progenitor of magic. The green ruler, of course. Judgment is 0. Play this ability only if you control 10 or more magic stones. So we'll see how we get there for sure. Whenever you play a chant, recover a magic stone you control. This only triggers once per turn. So to be able to play a spell almost for free and then untap it and then go from there. And on its backside, of course, he has barrier, so we know how that feels.
Yeah, hey, barrier on a ruler, because that's stupid.
Great. So enter. Shuffle all cards from your hand and all non-magic stone cards from the graveyard into your deck. Then shuffle all magic stones from your graveyard into your magic stone deck and draw 5 cards. So you basically reset yourself. Whenever you play a chant, recover a magic stone you control. It does that again. Whenever a chant played is put in the graveyard, return it to its owner's hand. That's the grossness of it.
Yeah.
Now, it cannot swing. It does not have attack or defense. It can't do anything. So it's basically just a thing, just sitting there.
Yeah, so you literally can't get rid of this dude.
Yeah, get rid of it. You can't attack into it. Well, no.
No, you can't. He has no ability to be attacked. You can't target him with any of the things that remove. Like, you have to, like, Blazer can't kill him because it targets. There's a barrier. This dude's gonna be, if he flips, your life is very difficult.
Yes, so
put it that way.
This will probably, hopefully get banned. I want to ban and hammer it now because to be able to be like, return a chant, you're like, counter that card. Oh, I get it again. Counter it.
It depends
again.
on what they have for green.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's gonna be annoying, but
extremely.
Because, yeah, if he is flipped and you have a kill spell and a counter spell, then you don't get to play the game anymore. Like, that's just how it is. Because you're like, cool, kill that, counter that. These go to my hand.
And
Neat.
Sure, you can only flip when he has 10 or more magic stones, but you know green. It'll be able to ramp up.
Oh, yeah. Next is the Black Ruler, Mikage Seijiro, the Interdimensional Messenger. He is 2 Black Judgment, Energize Black, banish a Resonator, draw a card, then put 2 1 counters on the target Resonator you control. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn.
Okay, so hefty cost already. You have to banish a whole dude.
The backside, he looks really cool.
Yeah.
He's a 10/10 flyer. Pay a black, banish a Resonator, destroy target J Resonator. Good, that's solid. Revenge. If an entity you control is put into a graveyard from the field this turn, this card gains the following abilities until the end of turn. This card gains Eternal and +1000/+1000.
And drain.
And drain.
So good. It's pretty good.
So he can automatically force his ability, which is really nice. He can do it on the same turn he judgments, so you get that ability on the turn he judgments because a dude would have died.
Yep. And then you can kill a J Resonator.
Yeah.
So that's pretty... You sacrifice a token and you kill a J Ruler. I like it. Now, Ragnarok, Invading Dragon Lord. It has the colorless will as it is. And here we go. You may not have more than one copy of any card in your deck, so that's going to be a fun thing.
You're playing Highlander.
Yeah, you're playing Highlander for sure. X, where X is the number of times you've already played this ability this turn. Choose one that was not chosen in the game. Play this ability only during your turn. So you can produce 2 wills in any combination of attributes. Copy target chance spell you control. You may choose new targets of that copy. Draw 3 cards. Okay. Remove all additions and regale your opponent's controls and cards in your opponent graveyards from the game. Destroy all J Rulers. And then remove all Resonators your opponent's controls from the game. Okay, whoa. So, what does this guy get to do?
So this is the big control, like one of the control rulers of the set. Essentially, you're going to pay X, and you get to do that ability you have to pay X for each time you've done it. And you can only choose different ones each time. So once he's done all of them, he can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But they're all super powerful for what they do. So turn 1, this dude is free because X can be 0. You get 2 free will on turn 1, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Or you'd be like, cool, draw some cards. Draw 3 cards on turn 1. Neat. So it's just it's how it works, and it's
okay. Hold on, you're drunk. Force of will.
This dude's gonna be wild to see what he can do.
Don't.
I think he's balanced enough because you can only have one of everything in your deck. So that's the nice drawback to him. It's still gonna be a little weird and see what he does because he's still gonna be a powerhouse. He does not have a judgment side, so he can't do anything. He just does his abilities, which are good enough.
But if you do this correctly, you literally have 6 extra cards in your hand at starting. Because those are 6 abilities that will change the game at any turn that you need them.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Because, you can just be like, cool, pay 2, destroy your board because I can.
Next turn, I'll pay 3, draw 3 cards. I don't care. I'm going to do what I need to.
Yeah, you're going to get value out of this dude forever. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does.
Yeah. Gross.
That is it for the rulers. We're gonna hop into white, and the first guy we got is Dispelling Stone. It is a 1 white chant treasure. Quick cast. Destroy target addition. Draw a card. Shuffle this card into its owner's deck as it resolves. Wow, this card's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's just an instant kill a thing, kill an addition. I mean, it only kills an addition, but there's a lot of really decent additions to kill right now.
So
but you get it free.
Yeah. So basically, it's a cantrip. So I say sideboard. Really good sideboard.
Yeah, it's a very good sideboardable card.
For sure. Alright, the next one is Endless Starlight of the Star Sword. It's a 1-drop chant. Quick cast. This card deals damage to target Resonator equal to the Resonator's attack. Then put 2 1/1 counters on a Resonator you control. So it's sad that you don't put the counters on first and then kill a dude, but still it's pretty good. My dude's bigger than yours, die.
What would be putting the counters on their dude? This allows, because this targets one of their dudes and it deals damage equal to itself.
Oh, okay. Then put on a Resonator you control. Gotcha, never mind.
So I misread cool, that dude can take its own damage and die, and then I get 2 free counters.
Yep.
So this card's pretty good for using a Borozuki. I really like it for her because it's a 1-drop kill spell.
Yeah.
And it kills any dude. Like, they have to have the same power or same defense as their attack.
Which is mostly what mostly dudes have.
Yeah. Next, we got the Exorcist Mage at the Academy. He is 1 white for 4/4 quick cast. This card gains barrier as long as there is a 1/1 counter on it.
Okay.
If a Resonator would be put into the field without being played from a hand, remove it from the game instead.
I like it.
So where was this card last cluster with Sacrificial Altar everywhere?
Exactly.
Why? This card is going to be a great sideboard card for nothing else because it literally stops any of the shenanigans of graveyards. Right now, I think it's actually going to be pretty main boardable because Power of Immortality, or not Power of Immortality, the black-green spell, the name is gone right now, but it's
also
everywhere.
Any judgment that brings strangers into play immediately, you'd be like, well, nope, those guys get away.
Yeah, this dude is going to change standard pretty hard, so he's either a sideboard card or a main board card.
Yeah, agreed.
Regardless, this dude will see play.
In Frontiers and New Frontiers and the Wanderer, it's going to be super good.
Oh yeah.
Go for it. All right, our first split card here, and we have a FoW Captive Dragonoid Child. It is a 1/4 1-drop Resonator. It has barrier, and it can tap to produce a white will, which is nice. And you also put a 1/1 counter on another entity you control. So it can get there. But on its other side, it's the group of comments. Okay, what is a group of comment? Is it a hell comment or murder of comments? I don't know. Anyways, so it's a 3 white and 1 chant. Destroy all J Resonators with no 1/1 counters on them. So yes, if you're playing the white one and you're not playing against the new J Ruler, you play this card.
Yeah, no, this card is insane actually because it's a 1-drop barrier mana elf.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter what else you do, you just have a 1-drop that can be like, hey, cool, I have a lot of mana.
I ramp up, and plus I can make my dudes survive my own kill spell if I draw another one. So
yeah, it's really really strong.
Yeah.
Next is Grace of the Star. It is a 1 white chant, quick cast remnant. Target resonator gains +4/+4 until the end of turn. If there was a 1/1 counter on it, it also gains Eternal and Barrier. So Flourishing Hope is back.
No.
Solid.
And no thank you.
It just gives it better. Neat. Bloop.
And it has Remnant, so you gotta worry about it again.
Yeah, this card is great.
So you came in and be like, block, and then you pay it to give it Eternal, and they're like, kill spell it in return. And you're like, well, then I'll just cast it again. I don't know. Well, it is on the chase, but still.
Yeah, this card's nuts.
It's nuts.
Definitely going to see play in Standard.
And yeah,
New
definitely.
Frontiers.
Light Servant of Ragnarok. It's a 1-drop looking deity. Oh, it's a 2-drop. Sorry, it's a quick cast. This card gains +0/+1000 as long as your ruler is Ragnarok. If damage would be dealt to you, it is dealt to this card instead. So it's a 5/1700 because you're going to obviously play with there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, this dude's really good with Ragnarok. Otherwise, you don't really play this guy.
Yeah.
He's really bad otherwise.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But to be able to stop the pain if you draw it.
Yeah. Next is the Magic Bird. It is a 3-drop beast. It looks adorable for a weird looking owl. It's a 6/6 flyer. This card enters the field with 2 1/1 counters on it. Remove a 1/1 counter from this card. Put a 1/1 counter on another entity you control. So I kind of like this dude because he can shift counters around for you. Mm-hmm. So if you have a reason to just keep putting counters on him, you just be like, cool, move him around.
Yep. Because with your J Roller, you just put counters on the bird, and if you wanted to.
I say that, but the more I look at him, I'm like, he's kind of not that good because if you're putting counters on a dude, why not just put it on a dude you want to put it on?
Yeah. So it's weird. So it's mediocre, slightly built around, but we'll see what other counters.
We'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah. Oh, the Magic Crest of Light. Welcome back. It's a 1-drop because we have Welter, right? Might as well throw these in. But it's the same. So distribute 4 1/1 counters on the 4 target resonators, which is powerful. Just a 1-drop addition that.
God, this thing's gonna be dumb just in white itself.
Yeah.
Just with the new Aborazuki, because she's all about 1/1 counters. So you're like, cool, pay 1, get 4 counters. Let's do things.
Let's enjoy that, please.
Next is Pilgrim of the Star. It is 3 white for a 6/6 human. Enter. Count the number of will symbols in the attribute cost of each entity you control. Put a 1/1 counter on each of those entities equal to the number of will symbols you counted for that entity this way. So she'll get 3. Any 3-drop that has 3 white gets 3, so forth, so on. So they just get bigger for each of their own will symbols.
Which is ridiculous for a not rare card.
Yeah. So she's just kind of like, enter, let's double all my counters.
So she's essentially a 9/9 for 3, and then all your other dudes get bigger for no reason. Just because you can or want to.
She's definitely going to be a play around with Aborazuki. I wouldn't go crazy on her. I'd use like 2 of them, probably. Because it is a really good pump spell, but it's not like a necessary one.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
It's definitely good for like small aggro, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. Alright, the next one, of course, is Rhea, Spawn of the Star. It's another split card here. So we have 2 white, human. It's a 7/7. Whenever a 1/1 counter is put on this card, choose one. This card deals damage equal to its attack to /Resonator, or you gain life equal to its card's defense.
What is this card?
I don't. It's a big rare.
This card's nuts.
You don't even need to read the other side, but we will. It's Twinkle of the Star. It's a quick cast. Double the number of 1/1 counters on each magic stone and light entity you control. It's a 1-drop quick cast chant. So yeah.
Yeah, she's nuts.
So immediately she can come into play on turn 2 and then put counters on it and then kill a dude.
Yeah.
And just every turn, just kill a dude.
Well, yeah, her with a Boruzuki, you just get free counters.
Yeah.
And you gain life, because it puts 2 counters. And it says when a 1/1 counter is put on there. So the first one, you gain life equal to its defense. The second one, you're like, kill that dude.
No, they're going to have to errata that or something. Whenever one or more counters get placed on this card.
Nah.
Yeah, put 2 counters. Kill that dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Why not? Let's just machine gun off dudes.
Ridiculous.
If you're playing a Boruzuki, you playing her.
Yeah, for sure.
That's where this is at. Even if you're not, you could still play this. It's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Next is Silmeria, the Summoner of Spirits. She is 2 white for a human wizard. She is a 5/10 flyer.
For 2. Nice.
Tap, remove X 1/1 counters from this card. Put a 0/0 light spirit token with flying with X counters on it into the field. Wow, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. And then her split side is Dance of Spirits. Your opponent cannot play spells until the end of turn. Quick cast for 2 white.
Ooh, gross. That is gross.
Yeah. Also, one thing we forgot to mention on these split cards is their convert mana cost in the deck is both of them together. So this card would cost 4. And so when you're looking for any of these cards, they do count as both a resonator or chant or whatever they are.
Yes.
And they're in the deck for that cost.
Yeah. So if you need to search for a resonator, you go get this card. If you can search for a chant, you get this card as well.
Yeah.
So.
And you can play either one.
Yeah. And it will count as that on the chase as well.
This card's nuts.
That card is real good.
Definitely playing with the Boruzuki.
Yeah, for sure. Next one is Spirit of Light. It's 2 white will, 6/6. Enter, put a 1/1 counter on target J resonator you control. Simple as that.
Yeah, pretty simple.
It's so simple that you don't want to put it in your actual main deck, but it's really good and limited for sure.
Yeah, limited. It's a very good card.
Yeah.
Spirit of the Star. It is a 1 white spirit, 2/2 quick cast flyer. Enter, reveal the top card of your deck and count the number of will symbols in its attribute cost. Put X 1/1 counters on target entity you control, where X is the number of will counters you counted. It's okay. Limited, it's really cool. I really wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think I'd use it in standard because it doesn't feel good enough.
Yeah. And I like it. It says the will symbols you count it this way. Can you just keep counting and just keep it? Like, oh, this has 2 counters. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No.
Unfortunately.
Sad. Star Dragon. It's 5 will, white will, altogether. 17/17. All right. Flying, precision, pierce. Hey, pierce. I like that. You may pay 1 white less to play this card for each magic stone and light entity you control with a 1/1. Oh no.
Yeah.
No, this is real quick.
Yeah. Let's have a 17/17 flyer on turn 3.
Yeah.
I can.
Because I can.
Because remember, turn 1, you're going to pay 0 and get 2 counters because you can.
Yeah. And you don't even need a 1-drop. You can just put it on a stone.
You're just like, oh, cool. That gets things. Neat. Let's have some counters.
Gross. This is gross.
Yeah, Big Star Dragon is angry. Yeah. And I do believe they made a cycle of these for each color, which is really nice. And this one is really, really strong.
So good.
So we may be back to Gwyver life, except this is better than Gwyver.
Yeah.
Next is the Starlit Canopy. It is 2 white addition. Enter, remove target non-magic stone, non-J-roller entity your opponent controls with the total cost 3 less from the game. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on this card, draw a card.
No, you don't.
That's a really good addition.
This is ridiculous.
Because they don't get what you remove back. Like,
yeah,
even if you kill this. And you get to draw cards when counters are put on this.
Yeah.
Definitely playing it if you're playing a Boruzuki. Because it's a kill spell and draw cards. For free.
All free. I like it. The Hidden History or Boruzuki. It's a 1-drop edition. If you would count the number of wills, symbols, and attribute, count that number +1 instead. Tap, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom of your deck. It's cute, but not playable.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
play
it's
this.
A neat idea, but I don't think it's worth it.
Limited, you can put 1 as a filler just because, but besides that, don't do it.
Yeah. Next, the Showdown with Ragnarok. That art is badass.
Yeah.
2 white chant, quick cast. You may pay 2 white less to play this card if your opponent's ruler is Ragnarok. Entities you control cannot be removed from the game until the end of turn. So this just counters one of his abilities, 2 of his abilities, just straight up.
So yeah, sideboard.
Yeah, this is definitely a badass sideboard card because you're just like, no,
Yeah.
Get out of here.
With all the flavor of the story and everything. So
This card's kind of not good otherwise.
yeah,
but,
don't just
like,
sideboard.
Sideboard against Ragnarok if Ragnarok becomes a thing.
Which I think it will. Twinkling Dragon. It's cute. It's a 9/9 3-will casting cost thing. It has flying. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each magic stone, light entity you control with a 1/1 counter on it. So, you know, turn 2, you can play 2 of these.
Yeah, we're just dropping free dragons because
Free dragons.
why not?
Why not?
And then it gets counters, so it's just big. You're like, cool, they're huge dudes.
Yeah.
Stupid. That is it for white. That dude is going to be definitely good in all the Celia Borzuki decks, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, right?
With that, we're going to move into red.
Alright, of course, for the red, we have Arl, the 7-tailed fox. It's 2 red for a Resonator. It's a 6/8. Whenever damage is dealt to this card, it deals that much damage to target player or /J Resonator, which is pretty cute. Pay 3 red, put this card from the graveyard to the field. And why that's going to be super good, because it's a split card. For 1 red quick cast, this card deals 1400 damage divided as you choose to a target Resonator you control and a target Resonator your opponent controls. And you must assign a minimum of 2 damage to each target. So, you do 2 damage to any of your dudes and you murk one of theirs for 1 red quick cast. And then you just pay 3 and put it into the field.
Yeah, and then it still deals more damage when it gets dealt damage.
Yeah.
This fox is nuts.
Fox is really good.
It is one of the new Marvel rares that they call them, and they're worth every bit of it because this card does so much for you.
And I just realized that ability of paying it from the graveyard to the field is an ability, so you can do it on their turn. So when they swing with the big dude, you're just like, ha! Block.
Yeah.
Ha! Block.
Yeah, this fox is nuts.
This fox is brilliant and ridiculous and... No.
And also, don't forget, if you're playing Lilius, she's going to make it be doing way more.
Double damage.
Because you're like, cool, it gets +7.
Oh,
I don't know.
Strength counters.
Yarg.
Yeah.
You're like, cool, this deals 1400 plus however many strength counters, so 22. That dude can totally get murk.
I feel like our deck brawls are going to go real quick after this set.
This set looks wild.
All right.
Next is the Burning Rabbit Dash. 2 red for 3 of the cutest bunnies ever.
Yep.
But they will kill you because speed hurts.
Yes.
Put 3 3/3 Fire Beast Resonators into play with Swiftness, and when this card is put into the graveyard from the field, it deals 200 damage to target J Resonator into the field.
Nice.
So you pay 2 mana, you get 3 3/3s that will kill you.
Yeah. Well, straight up just to
And
kill
with
you.
Lilius, again, if you have 10 counters, they're 13 13s.
Oh, yeah.
Because why not?
Because
I want to pay 2 mana and have 3 13 13s with Swiftness. Yes, please.
And
when they die, they deal 12.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Oh my god.
What is this card with like Lilius is gonna be dumb. Like if she stays on her backside flip, the J Ruler side, you kind of lose because all of her does exponential more damage.
Yeah. We'll go to the next one.
Definitely playable in Lilius.
Yeah, for sure. Chasing Dragon. It's 3 red will, and it's a 9/9 flying precision. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each damage J Resonator. Meh. It's okay. It can cost 2 because, of course, you deal 2 damage for 0.
Mm-hmm.
You do that, but you just want to put strength counters on your dude, so I wouldn't necessarily play this card.
Yeah, it could be useful. We'll have to see.
Yeah, limited. Okay.
Claw of the Dragonoid. It is a 1 red treasure. Quick cast. Your J Ruler gains Pierce and Swiftness until the end of turn. Draw a card. Shuffle this card into its owner's deck as a result. It's neat. I don't know if you would use it with Lilius, but I mean you could.
It literally says, it just says your J Roller gains. There's no J Resonator. It's just
it's
trash.
It's kind of meh.
Yeah.
You're mostly gonna use it because it's a treasure with Homegirl because she's all about treasures.
Yeah. But besides that, no. Contract with the Fox God. It's a 2 red chant. Reveal the top card of your deck. You can count the number of fire will symbols in the attribute and produce a red for each will symbol you counted this way. It's cute, but I wouldn't use it. Maybe. I don't know. You can actually... We'll see how well you can ramp up. Because it doesn't get rid of the card, which is pretty cool. So you know what's coming up. And depending on how many red symbols you use and how much you're ramping, we'll see.
It could be pretty good.
It could be a sleeper hit. More I think about it.
Cook at the Academy. It is 2 red for 6/6. Enter, search your deck for a card named Whole Pig, reveal it, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck.
Nice.
I like the art because the whole pig is getting super upset.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm about to die.
I'm about to get eaten
Yeah.
real quick.
This card's okay. I don't know. It just depends on if you want to play the whole pig stuff.
Yeah, we'll see how many whole pigs we get. Fire Servant of Ragnarok. It's a 3 costing deity. 8/6. So you choose one when it enters. Kill does 1,000 damage to target player / J Resonator. This card deals 1,000 damage to target 3 target players and or / J Resonators. Choose this option only if your ruler is Ragnarok. So that's weird. They have a group game session thing now.
Yeah, I didn't care about that. This card deals 1,000 to target player. Cool.
For 3. And it's a body.
You play this in Old School Wanderer with Lumia. They just have 3 turns. You're like, cool, blink this dude, take 1,000.
Yeah.
Blink this dude, take 1,000. Like, what?
Yeah, by that turn, they take 2,000.
Yeah. It's kind of nuts.
It's good.
This dude's gonna be really good. If you're playing Ragnarok, you play this guy, like, because he gets to kill 3 dudes.
If you're playing the red one too, then you still do, because you do 1,000 plus strength counters.
To a player, you're like,
So
cool.
for 3, you have an 8/6. You deal 2,000 damage.
And also, don't forget, if you're playing Lilius with this guy, you can have more than one of this guy in your deck.
Yeah. So
Whereas Ragnarok only gets 1.
Yeah.
Next is Ground Splitter Rabbit. Is 1 red for a 3/6 beast, swiftness and pierce.
Good.
If this card would deal damage while it's damaged, it deals double that damage instead. Pay a red, beast gain +2/+0.
Just all beast.
And then the split card of it is Split Heaven and Earth, which is 2 red. This card does 300 damage to each player for each special magic stone they control. So this card is going to be seen play everywhere, because right now that's all you play is special magic stones because they're good.
Exactly.
So just know if you're playing red, or playing against red, you're going to take damage.
You're going to take all the damage. Real 300 is not something to shy at.
Yeah. And don't forget, again, if Lilius is flipped, it's way more.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Definitely a playable card in red.
For sure. Whole Pig. It is another split card. So it's a 4/3 for 1. Banish this card to recover your J-Roller. Or recover your roller, as always, right? And the other side is food supply. So it's basically 2 old ones put together, which is pretty cute.
Yeah.
And put 5 strength counters on your J-Roller, draw a card for 1.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty proud of them for this card because both those cards weren't like super strong back then, but together they're okay.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of this for it because it'll help you whichever way you want to use it.
yeah.
Next is the Hunting Dragon. He is a 5-drop 17/17 flyer. You may pay a red less for each damaged resonator or J resonator that's damaged.
Not as strong as the counter one.
Enter. Destroy all damaged J resonators your opponent controls. This card deals 400 damage for each resonator destroyed this way to your opponent. You want to say that again?
I mean,
Because this dude straight gets to murk you for all your dudes.
true, but
And murk you.
we need like a sandstorm or something like super cheap to do
They
damage.
have those.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Sanguine Arena, that's if you control a resonator, you deal with damage to all the dudes.
Nice. Then yeah, it'll be pretty cute. Injured Fox. They got injured quite a bit actually. It's a 1-drop beast. It's a 7/7. Enter. This card deals 700 damage to target resonator you control. If the resonator is still a legal target, produce a red will.
This dude is interesting. I don't know how I like him. He's cool,
Yeah,
but he's dangerous.
very dangerous.
Because he's free if you get to actually do the damage.
If he had swiftness, I would like it more. Because you're
That
stuck.
would be too good.
Well, like I guess 1-drop, you have like a whole pig or whatever, and then 2-drop, you play this, still 700 damage there. You're still like, I don't know.
This dude's free though if you get to hit a dude, so he's kind of worth it later on.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, this dude is interesting. Not sure where he fits right now. I just don't.
1-drops that you can't play on turn 1 kind of annoy me, to be honest.
Lilius' Mentor. It is 2 red for a 1/6 human. This card gains +100 for each strength counter on your J ruler.
Nice.
Enter. This card deals damage equal to its attack to target J/resonator. He's pretty neat.
He's pretty good.
So he gets to be real big and shoot a dude.
You just want to immediately put 10 strength counters on your J roller as
Yeah,
fast
if you're
as
playing
possible.
Lilius, you should probably play this dude because he's just 2 mana kill a dude.
Yeah. Alright, Lilius Strike. It's 3 red chant. Quick cast. Choose one. This card deals 1,000 damage, divided as you choose to any number of target resonators, so there you go. This card deals 2,000 damage, divided as you choose to any number of target resonators. Choose this option only if there are 15 or more strength counters on their J roller. So,
Okay.
to any, yeah.
So by the turn you play this, you can have 15 counters and not care.
And just kill them. Just burn them.
Yeah.
Or board wipe them or whatever. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cute.
Card's pretty cool.
Yeah, buddy.
It's definitely kind of a build-around card. I wouldn't say it's like a mandatory thing, because
Yeah.
it's kind of meh, but...
But the fact that you can use this with the dragon will make it pretty awesome.
Magic Crest of Fire. It is 1 red and 1 for a Magic Crest. Enter. This card does 600 damage to target resonator. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
cool
okay.
because, again, it works really well with the ruler, which is nice, the red ruler.
But we'll see exactly
What all they do otherwise.
what resonators really gain popularity. Shrine of the Dragonoids. It's a 1-drop addition. Tap. If a fire source you control would deal damage this turn, deal that much damage plus 200 instead. It's cute. These are these cute sections that we have.
Yeah.
Like, if you have multiple of them, they can get ridiculous. But then you're wasting a card slot for things that you can just use.
See, this one I'm a little more okay with because it says a fire source. It's not just like that one thing. It says just it's a blanket of all your things do more damage.
So even with this and the fire arrow, it's pretty good. Then it does 3, right?
Yeah.
3 damage every time you do it.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of neat. I don't know. Like you said, it's kind of too cute though. So
Yeah.
it's not like super powerful, but it could be.
maybe a 1-of. We'll test it out.
Spirit of the Scorched Bales. It is 3 red for an 8/8
Spirit.
weird looking spirit.
Yeah.
Enter. Choose a player. This card does 200 damage to each J resonator they control. Produce a red for each J resonator that was dealt damage this way and wouldn't be destroyed by that damage.
Well,
So this card's really neat. Because
Yeah.
you're like, cool, pay 3, shoot your board. If you have 7 dudes, I get 7 mana.
and then I can play that dragon for free and destroy your board.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And
Combination.
still have 7 mana because that dragon's free.
Yeah, wombo combo.
Yeah. Dude's pretty insane. If you're playing it, it's a build-around card. It's not really like...
Yeah.
It's not a main deck all the time card because it's just not that good.
Yeah. The Hidden House, the Hidden History, Lilius. It's a 1-drop addition. Enter, reveal the top card of your deck, and count the number of will symbols on it. This card deals 1,000 damage, multiplied by the number, or 100. By the number of will symbols you count this way to each J resonator your opponent controls. Okay. Remove 5 strength counters from your J roller, return this card to its owner's hand.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of neat and cute, and could be a board wipe for 2 red.
Yeah. This card is neat. Like you said, it's a little cute, so I don't know if it's worth playing.
Yeah.
But in limited, this card's bomb. Because you're like, cool, reveal 5, deal 5, bounce this, do it again. It's kind of nuts, because it doesn't move the card on top again, so you're just like, reveal,
Yeah.
reveal.
So,
I don't know. It could be cool. It could not be. We'll see.
It's cute.
Thunderwolf. It is 3 red for a 9/9 beast with swiftness. This card gains precision, first strike, and +4/+4 as long as your opponent controls a damaged resonator.
I like it.
Or damaged J/resonator. And then Thunder is 1 red, quick cast, deal 500 damage to target player or J resonator. So we have 2 Thunders now in New Frontiers,
Thunder.
which is kind of silly.
Yeah.
And all of these red beasts are going to make Persia way powerful now. Like, insanely good.
Yeah. Although I would definitely just use this wolf as a 9/9 precision first strike. Well, actually
you mean
13.
Yeah. This dude's insane.
This
He's
guy's
just like,
good.
brag, I'm big.
Because every turn you can be like 2 damage on that dude and you just swing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cards nutty.
Alright, with that, that was the end of the red, and we'll get into the blue right now. Alright, and it's Academy Guard of the Lycion. It's a 1-drop, quick cast wizard, 4/4. Each player may only play 1 resonator spell this turn, or per turn, and each player may only play 1 chant spell per turn. Gross. I don't know. We'll see.
I think this dude could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
In
I
the
think
right
so.
deck, he's really strong. In a super good control deck, he's really, really strong.
Yeah, I would put him in sideboard for sure. Because if you're playing against mid-range, they're only going to play that, and it's going to devastate you every time. But if you're playing against aggro or like spell wanted, then you just do that.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think sideboard.
Next is the Appraisal of Treasures. It is 1 blue and 4. You pay 1 less to play this for each treasure in your removed area that was removed by exploration. Reveal the top card of your deck and count the number of water wheels in it. Draw X cards where X is the number of water wheels that counted this way.
Not good.
Yeah, I would not use this card because it costs too much. Sure, it can cost less, but that involves needing something else. Then you don't even get something guaranteed because it's off of something else.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's just not worth it.
And the fact that other treasures are not blue, so therefore if you reveal one of those on the top, then you don't draw anything. Because it will symbols.
Yeah, count the number of water wheel symbols.
Yeah, water wheel symbols. So yeah, don't use this card. It's
bad. A bad card is bad.
Then another man's treasure is also a card's trash. We'll just say that of some sort. All right, we have a split card here. The art is it feels different.
Chelina?
Thank you. Like I can't read that. Chelina, sorceress of sending back. That's your guaranteed spell. You just send things back. All right.
Yeah.
That's what you're made for. It's a 1-drop resonator, human. Enter, you may return target resonator to its owner's hand. Simple as that. It's a 3/5. If an entity your opponent controls would be put in the owner's hand by the ability of another card, you may put it on top of the bottom. Well, hold on.
You may put it on bottom.
You may put it on bottom of its owner's deck instead. So that's
really cool.
That's pretty cute. But so its split card is send back, as this says, what she's really good at. It's a 1-wheel, return target addition, resonator, or regalia to owner's hand. So if you have her on the field and then you have her split card, then you can send a regalia to the bottom of the deck, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll see. Already, the blue's not working with the ruler, so we'll see what happens.
Crown of the Ancient King. It is 2 blue for a treasure. Quick cast. J resonators you control gain barrier and prevent the next damage that will be dealt to this card until the end of turn. Shuffle this card into the owner's deck. It is pretty neat. It's still really good for treasure, for exploration, but it is really cool.
Yeah. Endless Purse. It's a treasure. Yay, a 1-drop. Quick cast. You have no maximum hand size until the end of the game. Draw a card, shuffle this card into its owner's deck as it resolves.
This is definitely a cool one of.
Yeah, I like it.
Just because it gives you no max hand size for the rest of the game.
Yeah. It draws you cards, so it's a cantrip, so even then, I don't know. Yeah, it's good. It's cute.
Insatiable Desire for Treasure. It is 2 blue, chant, quick cast. Your opponent reveals the top 7 cards of their deck. If none of them share a name, you may play one of them among them without paying its cost. Put the rest in the bottom of your opponent's deck in a random order. This card is bad.
It's very bad.
Unless you're playing against Ragnarok, which this card is really cool against Ragnarok.
Yeah, hence why I guess he's in the background while she's being all happy.
Yeah, but...
Sideboard.
Yeah, sideboard, if that. If you know Ragnarok's going to be there, sideboard, but otherwise this card is not good.
Maybe that's why they made him the villain and so many powerful, because if he gets popular, they know that every other color has a thing to deal with him.
Yeah.
It makes you not want to play him. I don't know. Jewel of the Panda King. It's cute. It's a 2 blue chant treasure. Has quick cast. Return target non-magic stone, non-J ruler entity to the owner hand. Draw a card. Shuffle this card into its owner's deck as it resolves. Works really good.
Yeah, that is really, really good.
I like it a lot.
Kiki, Celesta's partner. It is 1 blue beast. Prevent all it's a 0-1.
0-1.
Prevent all non-battle damage that would be dealt to this card.
Okay.
Enter, draw 2 cards, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck.
Ooh.
While this card is revealed from your deck by an exploration ability you control, you may play it without paying its cost.
I like it.
And then quick cast, other spell of it is Kiki's Exploration. 1 blue, shuffle this card into your deck, then Exploration 4.
It's super cute. It has a little headlamp, and it wins. I think this card's really good.
Yeah, this card is really, really strong because it works really well with her in Exploration.
Yep.
Because if you hit it off Exploration, you're like, cool, it gets to come into play free.
And then you draw 2 cards
and draw cards.
Put a treasure back on top so you can explore it out.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah, she's really strong with the treasure. So if you're using treasure, you're using this.
Yeah, solid, for sure. Magic Crest of Water, of course. It's a 1-drop addition. Enter, draw card. Man.
It's alright.
It's okay.
We'll see.
No.
Mermaid's Thunder Parasol. It is 1 blue for a chant treasure. Quick cast. This card does 400 damage for each card in your hand to target J Resonator. Shuffle this card into the deck. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a good kill spell for blue, which blue doesn't really have that very often.
And you're going to have cards in your hand, hopefully, so we're good. Next one is the split card Mirage Fantasy Guide. It's 2 blue spirit. When you draw a card, put 2 1/1 counters on this card, so that's awesome. You may pay 2 blue less to play this card named FoC. Oh, so if you control this, then you play the split card of it, which is draw 2 cards. So she's a 5/7 for 2, and if you have control another one, you can play it for free. But yeah, right? And then it gets 4 counters on it.
Yeah, this is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
She can be really good in a whole bunch of draw cards power.
And if need be, FoC's a mage art, which I don't know if I saw that on any other ones.
Yeah,
so.
that's pretty insane.
So yeah.
Wow. She's gonna be really strong in like blue decks.
I agree.
The Sky Cover Squirrel. He is 2 blue for a 0/8 beast with flying. Enter, draw a card. This card gets +2/+0 for each card in your hand.
Nice. We will blot out the sky.
Yeah.
The
knowledge
sun
covers
or
the
whatever.
sky.
Yeah, yeah.
This dude is a little crazy looking squirrel.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
It's good. I like it. The Hidden History of Celestia. It's a 1-drop edition. Enter, draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. I enjoy that. Tap, produce a blue. Spin this, only play activated abilities of cards named Celestia Treasure Hunter you control. Yes, I would play this over the other histories, because this helps you get stuff out of your hand if you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
And a mana ramps if need be. Yeah, go for it.
The Library of Lycaon. It is 2 blue for an addition. Enter, draw X cards where X is 5 minus the number of cards in your hand. It's okay. I don't think it's worth using because you can just draw cards for otherwise.
Yeah, late game is terrible. Don't do it.
Like that same 2 mana, you could have just played FoC or the girl that does FoC for free.
Yeah,
it just doesn't feel worth it.
Don't do it. Water Servant of Ragnarok. It's 1 blue deity. It's a 1-drop. 4/4. Enter, draw a card. If your J Ruler's Ragnarok, draw 3 instead. It can go in both of them, obviously, because you want to draw cards.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then the other one, you definitely want to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, I will take an Ancestral. This card is really strong in Ragnarok.
Agreed.
And yeah, like you said, it's just a 1-drop cantrip. It's pretty good.
And it blocks.
Water Spirit of the Lamp. It is a 3 blue, 9/9, and you will protect him with your life because he's adorable.
Yeah, he's adorable.
He is a flyer, and when this card is revealed from your deck by an exploration ability you control, you may play it without paying its cost.
Nice.
So again, this is really cool with exploration because he's free low, and he's a really cool spirit that's riding a dolphin that's going to kill you.
Yeah, it has flying, but the dolphin is like, it's okay, you can still ride my back if you want to.
I got you, fam.
I got you. And it could be a panda pirate. The face kind of looks like a panda, but now it's dead. I don't know. It's cute.
I do like that this dude has the ability to be free like the other ones. So
for 9/9, done. Waterfront Frog. He's all about it. It's a 1-drop, 1/9. Whenever this card is dealt damage to a resident area, return it to its owner's hand. Whenever this card deals damage to a player, draw a card. This card gains flying as long as you have 5 or more cards in your hand.
This dude's neat.
Good.
I like this dude a lot.
He's a great blocker for a 1-drop for a 1/9. And yeah.
Yeah, because when he hits a dude, it bounces that dude.
And with the mage on the side, then that person goes in the bottom of the deck. This card is a great. It's just a normal. It's not even a rare or anything.
Yeah, this frog will probably see some play. It'll take some minute, but we'll play him for sure because he's pretty cool. But I don't know if you'll see like competitive play because a lot of people are like, eh. But I like him. I think he has the potential to see really good play.
Agreed.
We got the Wise Dragon. It is 5 blue for a 16/17 flyer. You pay a blue less for each treasure in the removed area that was removed by exploration. Enter and return up to 2 target non-magic stone, non-J-Ruler entities your opponent controls to their owner's hands. Draw a card.
It's not as powerful as the other 2, but still good.
I would still use it if you're playing exploration because it's a 16/17 flyer for free though.
Yeah.
But it's not as strong as the other ones for sure.
Yeah.
That is it for blue. We're going to hop into green. All right, and first up in green is Altasing, the mischievous boy. He is 2 green for a 5/7 with quick cast. Enter, prevent all damage that will be dealt by target J/resident until the turn.
Not too bad.
Pay a green, return this card to its owner's hand. You may pay 2 green less to play cards named A Glimpse of Prodigy. And then a chant, Glimpse of Prodigy, is 3 green, quick cast, cancel target spell or automatic ability.
Gross.
So this dude comes into play and targets one of their dudes and makes it not do damage, which is already really strong.
Yep.
And then he can bounce himself, and you still pay Glimpse for Prodigy for
1.
Yeah, for 1.
Counter target spell and ability. And if you have Welsing or whatever his name is on the flip side, then you get this back into your hand.
Well, I mean, technically you would be paying 4 to play Glimpse of Prodigy. Technically.
Well,
because you have to pay the 1 to bounce him and then the other 1. So.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. This card is still going to be seen play everywhere because it's super strong. It prevents damage and it counters a thing.
Yeah, the perfect counter control player ever.
Yeah, it's a Laura you can get back again.
Yeah, over and over again.
So it's definitely going to be a thing.
Alting Secret Hideout. So 1-drop addition. J Rollers you control gain barrier, or J Resonators you control gain barrier. Jesus. Tap, produce 1 green, spin this only to play activate abilities of cards named Alting Mischievous Boy you control. So it can be free.
Wow. This card is just good for the top line that says your dudes get barrier.
Your dudes get barrier.
Why? Why is that a card?
I don't know. And can be played in any deck.
Yeah. Next is Elixir, the Crest Researcher. She is 1 green for a 4/4. Enter. Search your deck for a Magic's Crest, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Pay a green, tap, put a Magic Crest from your hand into the field. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Next is Research Results. 2 green, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and you may reveal up to 2 non-resonator cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. This card is actually pretty good.
Not too bad. Although, why does it look like a darkness card? That threw me off real quick.
Yeah. She is really, really strong. She makes the crest really worth it because you get to play the green one for 1 mana, which is really, really nice. And her second ability, like the Research Results, is really cool because you get to dig 5 for 2 mana. And you get any 2 cards like that are not resonators.
Yeah. So, pretty cute. Probably definitely control for sure. Elixir's Love. It's a 1-drop or a 2-drop chant. Remnant. Put target chant from your graveyard into your hand. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's like, that's all it does. You can get your counter spells back all the time, constantly.
It's neat.
So, yeah.
I don't know if it's super usable, but it's neat.
It's neat. It's cute. And you can just play this to get this back in your hand. Just start looping them if you want.
Lycion, the Magic Academy. It is 3 green for an addition. You pay a green less to play this for each chant you played this turn. Tap this turn, you may play your next chant with total cost 2 or less without paying its cost. It's cool. I don't know if you would need this.
Yeah.
It feels kind of like a win more card, so it doesn't really feel like it's worth it.
Because you're supposed to like ramp up too, and like it's.
But it's neat.
It's okay. Magic Crest of the Wind. It's a 3-drop. Enter. Put the top card of your Magic Stone into the field. Simple as that. It helps you ramp what you want.
I do like that all of the crests work really well with their own ruler too.
Yeah.
Their own color dude. It's really nice. Magical Dragon. He is 3 green, 17/17 flyer. You pay a green less to play this for each chant you played this turn. Enter, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into the field rested. He so far feels like the worst dragon.
Yes.
Because you have to play extra chants to play this dude.
And if you're basically, how many cards do you have to be able to cast 5 of them to play this guy for free?
This dude does not feel very, very good at all.
No. Yeah, so it's gross.
Yeah. Limited Bomb, that's about it.
Yeah. Magical Wind Arrow. It's a 1-drop quick cast chant. Choose 1, return target attacking resonator to the owner's hand. Tap, or also recover a Magic Stone you control. If you need a second different color, if you're playing multiple colors, that might be okay. But to be able to return this with Welser.
Yeah, this card's nuts. Like, for green, this card is insane because it gives green bounce, which is not a good thing.
No.
Because green already has enough annoying stuff. You just be like, no, put that in my hand.
Yeah.
Ugh. It is a really good card. It is definitely going to be used.
Yeah.
Monstrous Rush is 2 green chant. If this is the first chant played this turn, get a 7/7 Wind Beast with Pierce. If it's the second one, put a 1,000 Wind Beast with Swiftness. If it's the third chant you played, put a 12/12 Wind Beast with Pierce on the field. If this is the fourth and subsequent chant, you played this turn, put all 3 in the field instead. It's okay.
It's silly.
It's got cool flavor, but it's kind of a win more card.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's worth it.
I guess that's what all of his... Like, they are counting for Welser to be flipped, so you can just keep casting this to keep getting
Let me
more
rephrase
beasts.
it. I don't think this is worth it in Welser. I think it's worth it in Prisia, because if you Super Burning Beast Rush and untap all your lands, you're like, cool, chant, get beasts. Go.
That'd be pretty cute.
But otherwise, this card's not really worth it.
Don't, yeah. Perpetual Student at the Academy. It's a 2 green elf wizard, 7/7. This card gains +13/+13 as long as you have 10 or more magic stones. Not good.
2-drop 2020? It's
Yeah,
okay.
late game, yeah, or even mid game.
But really, like you said, though, if you have 10 or more magic stones, you're flipping Welser and already winning.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it doesn't really matter. Spirit of Magic. It is 1 green, 4/4 flyer. When you play your first chant this turn, this card gets +4/+4.
I like
When you
it.
play your second chant this turn, draw a card. When you play your third or subsequent chant this turn, this card deals 800 damage to target J-Res. It's okay.
It's okay. It's cute for an 8/8 flyer.
Yeah.
That's about it. yeah, Jinx. But yeah, I would play this as an 8/8 flyer, but that's it.
Yeah.
All right, we have our split card here. Spirit of the Soul. It's a 2 green Spirit Resonator. It's a 5/7. When this card is put in the graveyard from the field, put the top card of your Magic Stone in the field rested. Super good. And the next one, the split, is Lumi's Soil. For 3 mana for a chant, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck in the field rested. So either one. That's really good.
Yes, this is really strong for Welser, and it's also really strong for Rizard with the black-green spells, because you're just like, cool, use this dude as a target, sacrifice it, get a free stone.
Yeah, simple as that. You can still play Sacrificial Altar, right? That way?
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
Yeah, you still get to be silly with this card. And it's just really good for Welser.
Yeah.
Stormy Sky. It is 1 blue or 1 green quick cast. Sorry, no. 1 green chant.
That's it. But there hasn't been many chances that weren't quick cast.
Choose one. If this card is awakened, choose both instead. And the awakening is 2. Target J Resonator gains flying. Destroy target J Resonator if it has flying. This card is bad.
Bad. Super bad.
There's no reason to play this card.
Unless they play multicolored dragons, but don't do it. Don't.
It just isn't worth it.
Just don't worth it. Don't play it.
Yeah, no.
Student of the Academy. It's a 1-drop elf wizard, and it's a 2/2. Whenever you play a chant, put 2 1/1 counters on this card. Now this guy can get out of hand.
This guy's insane.
Yeah. Definitely play them.
Yeah, with Welser, this card's insane because you just get to get chance and untap and do silly things.
Yeah.
That with green red and the magical arrow that returns itself, you're just like, cool, take damage, get 2 counters.
That would be cute.
The Grimoire of the 7 Luminaries. It is 1 green and 1 for a quick cast chant treasure. You gain 200 life for each magic stone you control. Shuffle this into the owner's deck.
Okay. Well, at least they have that part to it.
Yeah, it's neat. It's not really useful, but it's neat.
No.
It's a treasure.
It's a sideboard for if you're playing against aggro, pretty much. Unceasing Wind. It's a 1-drop chant. Quick cast, draw a card, then put the card on top of your deck. Put this card on top of your deck. Oh, okay. You just basically swap it out. Which, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
This is actually kind of cool with Welser for the simple fact that he gets to untap and do things. If you're trying to do all the play extra chance this turn, this card's really cool for that deck. Otherwise, this card's kind of meh.
That is true. This will be the cornerstone for that because, you know, on your turn before untap, you cast this as many times as you, or at least once.
Yeah.
Once or twice, depending if you draw another one.
Yeah. If you're trying to do all the extra cards in the turn, this is really cool.
Yeah. If you had 2 of these, like 1 in your hand and 1 on, and then you, or 2 in your hand, you play 1, it goes on the top, then you just keep cycling them until you run out of will. Yeah. It's cute.
Next is Wind of the Star. It is 2 green chant, quick cast, reveal the top card of your deck and count the number of will symbols in the attribute. Cancel target spell if its total cost is less than or equal to the number of will symbols counted this way.
Eesh, that's a huge risk.
Yeah, this card doesn't feel worth it because
No.
it's not a guarantee. I mean, if you build your deck right enough, it could be a guarantee, but it's still very, very sketchy.
So, at the most part, it's always counter target spell unless they pay 1. If you're willing to risk that, then okay. But besides that, I would not. Wind Servant of the Ragnarok. It's a 1-drop deity. Ooh. 1/5. Quick cast. Enter. Produce 1 will of any attribute. If your ruler is Ragnarok, produce 3 wills of any attribute instead. It could be okay. I mean, it's quick cast, so...
Yeah, this dude's kind of cool.
Yeah, he's cute. Very cute.
Again, definitely in Ragnarok, because that's where you should go.
Yeah.
That is it for green. We're going to hop right into black. And the first one we have is the Abhorrent Revival. It is 3 black for a chant. Put any number of resonators with combined cost 4 or less from your graveyard into the field.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, March of the Dead was good. This card's going to be just as good.
Agreed. That's pretty much the same thing. I like it. Arm of the Demon. It's a 1-drop chant treasure. Quick cast. J resonators you control gain Drain and Bane. Till end of turn, shuffle this card in the deck in the owner's library as it resolves. Yes.
This is the first treasure I've really liked.
Super good. Play it. In any black deck. It says all J resonators you control gain Drain and Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
That's really strong. Yeah.
That's very strong.
Because it kills everything. If nothing else, put it in the sideboard at very minimum.
Very, very minimum.
Next is the Bone Dragon. He's 5 black for a 17/13 flyer. You pay black less to play this card for each darkness resonator you control put into a graveyard from the field this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Enter, put X 4/4 darkness zombies into tokens in the field where X is the number of resonators in your graveyard.
Yes.
So this dude is really strong because of what he does. Even if you pay him for 5 mana, you're playing black, and the new ruler doesn't care about dudes dying. So you want creatures in your graveyard, and so this dude pays 5 mana, even without costing less. It's 5 mana, you get a 17/13 flyer.
Plus.
And X amount of dudes.
Which can be ridiculous.
I've played a dude like this before, and it gets insane. Like, this card is going to be nuts.
If you can even play this in Wanderer with Sacrificial Altar. Because you're just sacking dudes left and right. Or even just, this guy, this is good.
Yeah, because his enter trigger doesn't care what color the resonator is, just as long as it's in the graveyard.
It's in the graveyard, and you put it in. You don't exile him either, so if you play another one, you just have another army.
This dude is insane.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Maybe the best dragon. Depends. The white one's really good. Darkness Servant of Ragnarok. It's a slither, if you know what those are. Slivers. So red and a 2 deity.
Black and a 2.
Oh, black and a 2. I don't know why I said that. 8/8 flying. That's good. Choose one. Destroy target resonator. Destroy target 3 target resonators only if you have Ragnarok. I would play this in a black deck immediately. Yeah. This card's good.
Yeah, it's a black and 2 for an 8/8 flyer that kills a dude.
Yeah.
Pretty strong.
I like it.
Definitely in Ragnarok. Definitely usable.
Definitely unusable in all black.
Frightened Villager. He is 1 black for a 2/2. When this card is put into the graveyard from the field, put a 4/4 zombie token into the field.
It's cute. Oh, I mean, you want to sack dudes. So.
It's really cool, yeah. In the new Mikage, you get to sack dudes, so you get free dudes, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah. Although, I'm going to say he doesn't look that frightened on his face. He looks like he stumbled and then looked back. Why'd you trip me, Shadow? Get out of here. Next one is Gravekeeper at the Academy. It's a 1-drop wizard. It's a 4/4. Cards in all graveyards lose all abilities.
I like this dude as a good sideboard card because he stops Remnant in its tracks.
Yeah, buddy.
So all those silly Remnant cards can go away.
And also Sigurd, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Sigurd goes away too.
Yep.
Interdimensional Graveyard is 1 black for an addition. At the end of turn, remove target resonator in the graveyard from the game. Put a 4/4 zombie into play. This card's awesome, actually. Yeah. Like, it's not like super powerful, but over time, it's just going to be really good because every turn you're like, cool. Remove a thing, remove a thing, remove a thing.
I would not use this with the dragon, though, so I would pick or choose.
Yeah.
Because it's doing the same thing, pretty much. And I would love to see a commercial for it, Interdimensional Graveyard. We have all the space.
But this in like a control deck would be really strong.
Yeah.
Because you're like killing their dudes and forcing it, so then
in a graveyard?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You can use it with the dragon.
Yeah, this card's insane.
Isolated Demon of Revenge. Yeah. He looks like he needs some time. It's a 2 darkness and 2 demon, 12/12. You may pay 2 less to play this card if you don't control a J/Resonator. Whoa, what? Okay, cool. It has Revenge. If the entity you control is put in the graveyard from this field, it gains the following abilities, which is flying. And when this card is put in the graveyard from the field, put another target resonator from your graveyard into the field. Into your hand. Okay. So it's not busted, but it's super good. This card's really good. Turn 2, you can have a 12/12. Or turn 1, because you don't have another J resonator.
Yeah. Dude is kind of insane for that. Just being like, hey, I have a 12-12 on turn 1.
I have 12-12 on turn 1. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Oh, dude, a guy died. He gets flying now. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and you kill this guy while that happens. I'm gonna go get the dude that I just sacked back in play.
He's really
in my
good.
hand.
He's actually a lot better than I gave him credit for.
Super good.
Next is the Lonely Vampire. It is 1 black for a 4/4. When this card leaves the field, your opponent banishes Resonator.
It's great. It's a 1-drop that does a shade, and she's adorable. So
yeah,
done.
Definitely a really good card.
All right, the next one is Lord of the Undead. It's a 2 black zombie. It's a 6/7. So other zombies you control get +4/+4. Jesus. All right, Revenge title. So if anything died, it gets this ability. Put a 4/4 darkness zombie Resonator onto the field when it enters. Okay, sorry. This guy's really good.
That's pretty cool.
All right, the next one. Sorry, it's a split card. So Deadly Dive. As an additional cost to play this card, banish all zombie Resonators you control. This card deals damage equal to the total attack of all banished Resonators to your opponent. And it's 3 black to do this.
This card's awesome for the simple fact if you have one in play, and then you play your other one, you play the bottom part of this.
Yeah.
You're just like, cool, all my dudes get to kill you.
Take all the damage and you win.
You play this with the dragon too, you're just like, cool, all my dudes that I just made are huge.
Yeah.
Thanks. This dude's awesome.
This guy is really good.
Definitely going to be seeing play in different decks.
Zombies.
Next is the Magic Crest of Darkness. It is 1 black. Put target Resonator from your graveyard into your hand. So, again, it's another cool crest that works with its color, and it works with the crests.
Yeah, I would put maybe 1 main board or sideboard. Ominous Moon, the Lunar Sword. It's a 1-drop chant, a quick cast. As an additional cost to play this card, remove 2 1/1 counters from an entity you control. Weird. Destroy target J Resonator. Players cannot chase to this card.
This card is going to see play so hard.
Yep. But you gotta make sure you have 2 1/1 counters from an entity. So
yeah.
Black-white control can be really good.
Yeah, but this card is going to see play because you have to have a way to kill Jays right now.
Yeah.
With these new Jays that are coming in, you have to be able to kill them.
You gotta do it.
Next is the Reaper Knight. This dude looks radical.
Yeah, he's metal.
2 black for a 7/5 Knight with Bane. When this card is put into a graveyard from the field, until the end of turn, cards named Endless Night in your graveyard gain Remnant, and you may play them. You may play them without paying their cost. Wow.
What?
2 black and 1 Endless Night. Destroy target Resonator your opponent controls. Then Resonators gain -2/2 as a quick cast. Yeah. Endless Night I know is a reprint. The Reaper Knight that goes with it is really, really cool.
Yes.
Like I like that they made Endless Night a usable card because last time it really wasn't. But this actually makes it to where it could be.
Yeah, it's a 7/5 with Bane, so you kill something, it dies, and you get to kill something else.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really solid. And it's a neutral card, I think. Alright, the next one is a very confusing picture, but the battle comes to an end, and then, that's it. 2 darkness and 1 chant. Name a card, such your opponent's deck, graveyard, and hand of all cards that share the same name and name card, and remove them from the game. Then shuffle your opponent's deck. It's extremely powerful. This ability is just solid for any card game ever. Yeah. Use it. Definitely sideboard if need be because you don't know what your opponent is playing. And against Ragnarok, you don't want to play it main board.
Yeah, the only issue with this is it does cost 3. It's a little more, but
But yeah, if you know like the counter spells, you want to get rid of that.
Alright, next up is the Elegant Mikage Sisters. They are 3 black for a 9/9 Flying Drain Bane. Whenever this card deals damage, put 2 1/1 counters on it.
Yep.
Pay 0, return this card to its owner's hand. You may pay black and 3 less to play cards named Eternal Recurrence until the end of turn. Play this ability only during your turn and only once per turn. Eternal Recurrence is destroy all Resonators for 5, but if you bounce her, it costs 1. And she saves herself from it, so which is really, really cool. This card is actually really strong because, again, it makes Eternal Recurrence a playable card.
Yes.
Which it was really not before. And the Mikage Sisters are actually, like, this is probably the best version of them I've seen. And it's going to be an interesting card. Like, I do believe it'll see some play. I just don't know where or what, but I do think this card's going to see play.
The fact that you can have a turn 2 9/9 flyer swing, deal damage, and now it's 11/11. Then you gain that much life. You can kill whatever you want, and at any time, only during your turn and once per turn. Yeah. So on your turn, if you swing and they try to kill it, then you can just bounce it. That means they have to kill it on their turn.
Yeah.
It's good. The Hidden History Mikage. It's a 1-drop addition. Tap, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it in the graveyard. Banish this card. Your opponent discards the card. Play this only during your turn.
This one feels weird.
It feels weird. I agree.
It doesn't really fit in with what
Mikage
does,
is really
but
doing.
I don't know. It's okay. I still wouldn't use it. Most of the histories aren't that good.
Yeah.
But it's neat. Next up is Suya, the Cursed Spawn of the Star. It is 1 black resonator, 4/4. Enter, target player banishes a non-magic stone, non-general entity. Put a X 1/1 counters on this card where X is the cost of that entity banished.
Nice.
You may pay a blacklist to play cards called Curse of Ragnarok. Curse of Ragnarok is 2 black remnant. Look at your opponent's hand, choose a card, they remove it from the game.
Gross.
I like this dude.
Yeah, this card's good.
I like this dude a lot. And right now he's going to be really strong because Regalia rulers are still a thing and they're still going to be a thing for a while. So you just, when they play the Regalia turn 1, you're just like, cool, pay 1, remove it. I get 2 counters.
I don't even care. Or even turn 1, play this, turn 2. If you have another one in your hand, then you could just literally get rid of 2 cards out of their hand.
Yeah. This card's insane. It's actually really cool.
It's really good. And it has Remnant, so even if it dies, you can still pay 2 to get a card in their hand. It's really good. Suya's Darkness, it's 3 Darkness, Quick Cast, Chant. You may pay a Darkness less to play this card for each Darkness Resonator you control is put in the graveyard. Build this turn. J/Resonators your opponent's control get -2/-2 until end of turn. For each entity you control to put in this graveyard this turn, draw a card. So it's a mouthful, does the same thing of what it's trying to say, and it's okay.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's usable, honestly, but it's okay. Because for the same fact, you could play that other card that does Endless Night and makes it cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't.
That is it for Darkness. We're going to move into the stones. There's some special magic stones. The first one is the Epic Stone of the Blood. It is the black stone, and Revenge, put 2/1 counters on target creature.
Oh, I think that's good.
Yeah, that's really cool. Any stone that does something more than just add mana is really good.
Yeah, and I love the art. That's amazing stone art. The next one, of course, Epic Stone of the Dragon. Produce a red and then put 3 strength counters on your J roller. Oof.
Yeah, so cool.
Oof.
And all these are going to replace one of your basic stones, so you're not really losing out.
Yeah.
Epic Stone of the Elements. It is a green, and produce 1 will of any attribute. Play this ability only if this card is recovered by an ability this turn. Neat. Because what's his face on tap stones? Play chance.
Yeah. Huh. Gross.
It's neat. I don't know if it's
worth it. Yeah. The next one, the Epic Stone of the Star. Produce a white and then tap. Put a 1/1 counter on this card. Cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
And then next we got the Epic Stone of the Treasure. Pay a blue, or produce a blue. Produce 1 will of any attribute. Spend this only to play treasures. So this is help you play treasures. It's okay.
There's
I would use it if you're playing her, but otherwise it's not really worth it.
And the normal blue treasures are pretty good by themselves, so you might not need to do it.
But that is it for the set. This set is going to be so crazy to play.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to building with it and seeing what's going to come out of it. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to have some wild decks coming up. I'm going to showcase all of what these dudes do, and then we'll revamp some stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting.
It's crazy powerful, and they're going back to the same power level. Although I think green is already too strong, maybe a little bit. The ruler is, but I don't know. Red is awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, thank you guys for joining us here on the channel, and we'll see y'all again next time. Goodbye. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe to our channel, and then hit that bell for any future notifications that you have for our videos.
And we go ahead and give a big thank you to our fans for over the years, especially our Mythic and Above Patreon followers.
Thank you, Ryan.
With that, we love you. Thank you for your support.